What is a habitat? How do you know if something is living or non-living? All living things need food and water. People, plants, and animals are all living things because they all need food and water to stay alive. Most living things also grow and change during their lives and do not always look exactly the same. Living things can also reproduce or make new living things that look like them. Non-living things do not need food or water because they are not alive. Listen carefully and look at the pictures to find out more about why plants and animals live where they do. Greetings, fellow adventurers. You are here to learn something new, and believe it or not, I'm here to teach you. I know you may be wondering what you could possibly learn from a rat climbing out of a dumpster, but I am Ratborough, the famous rat adventurer. I travel the world looking at plants and animals in all different places they call home. I'm going to take you on a special adventure all around the world. You're going to learn about some amazing and incredible places and animals. And we're going to start our exciting journey right here. I know, it doesn't look like much, but it's special to me, and it has everything I need. Welcome to my home. This is the alleyway where I live. Take a look around. What do you see? There are trash cans, litter, boxes, drains, and dripping pipes, old buildings, and gutters. It's a perfect home for a rat. It has everything I need to live. All living things need food and water to survive. Survive means to stay alive. Animals, like me, also need shelter. A shelter is something that protects from weather or danger. A house or an apartment can be a shelter. A tree can also be a shelter. So, animals need food, water, and shelter to stay alive. My food comes from these trash cans and the litter on the street. My water comes from the gutters and drains and pipes. And my family and I have shelter down under some steps nearby. All of these things make up my habitat. A habitat is a place where an animal or plant lives that has food, water, and shelter. It's true that my home in the alleyway is not considered a natural habitat like a forest or a pond, but with so many humans using up so much of the Earth's natural resources, some animals have been forced to survive in human-made habitats. What are 3 things animals need to survive? Remember, food, water, and shelter. If a place lacks any of these 3 things, then it is not a good habitat. Animals and plants usually live in habitats that are just right for them. Just as people can't live underwater or in the air, plants and animals can't all live in the same sorts of places. You don't hear about elephants living near the North Pole on all that ice, and you definitely don't hear about polar bears living in the desert. Pumpkins don't grow in the sea, and fish don't live in trees. I can tell you firsthand that rats can't live just anywhere in the world. I don't like the weather to be too cold, and I need to live in a place where food is easy to find. That's why I like my cozy little shelter under the steps. It is warm enough for my family and me. There is always plenty of water, and there is always a good supply of food in the trash. Let's look around. You might have a park like this somewhere near your neighborhood. Here, the word park means a public area of land that is used for recreation and exercise. People like to spend time playing and relaxing in this park, but it's a habitat for many other living things too. The grass, trees, and flowers and bushes in this park need food and water to live. Have you ever seen a park? What kind of plants live in the park and habitat in your neighborhood? The animals that live in the park share it as a habitat. That includes the pigeons that fly around looking for crumbs to eat, the squirrels, owls, and chipmunks that live in those trees, the bees, fireflies, and mosquitoes buzzing about, the raccoons and possums that come out at night, and even the frogs and fish in the pond nearby. What do you see in this picture? This is a picture of a place called the Arctic. Do you think you could live easily in the Arctic with its very cold temperatures and snow-covered grounds? Not many things can live there, but later I'm going to show you some incredible plants and animals that do live in the Arctic. What do you see in this picture? Most animals have to live in habitats that are specific to them. But you human beings are very clever. You can build habitats for yourselves. If you want to live in the desert where there isn't much water with which to grow crops or to drink, you can build a pipeline to bring your water for watering the crops or for drinking. You can have food transported to the desert by road or rail because it would be difficult to grow food in the desert, and you can build houses for shelter so you don't have to sleep in the sand. You heard about ancient Egyptians and Mesopotamians living in the desert in the Middle East. How did they farm, grow crops, and survive in the desert? They built canals to bring water from nearby rivers or grew crops in rich soil near the river. In fact, people like you have been able to live in extremely hot, cold, and dry places. We're going on an adventure that will take us all over our amazing planet Earth. Over the next several weeks, I'm going to show you some fascinating animals and plant habitats that might be quite different from yours. You'll see some wonderful and unusual places where things can live. I can't wait to show you all these interesting places, but first, I have a lot to pack because we're going all over the world. I'm going to need a backpack full of gear, so hold on to your whiskers, hats, and get ready for a marvelous adventure.